Hi, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Worth the Wait. Those of you who will be tuning into this first one probably already know me, but just in case you're feeling generous and want to share, and this stumbles across anybody who does not, my name is Felicia. I am from the smallest state in the country, Rhode Island. Not to be confused with Long Island. We are not from New York here, okay? We stand alone, and we have really awesome beaches. Thanks. I am a wife and a mother. My child is the greatest child in the world, and every mom's gonna say that, and that's perfectly fine. She do have an attitude though, but she's pretty awesome. I wanted to start this YouTube channel because one of my best friends and I have committed to losing 100 pounds. And I wanted that documented. I've wanted to do this for a really, really long time, but I needed to make sure that I was in the right mindset. You can't just like wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. Like, you could, absolutely, but I couldn't. And I knew that eventually I would get there. My weight has always fluctuated. I've been very heavy. I've been not heavy, but most of my life I've been severely overweight. And last year I was doing really well, and then I got into a car accident, and then COVID happened. And COVID really limited my physical therapy, and instead of really like zoning in on that and using that as motivation, I did not. I got extremely depressed and didn't care about myself. I haven't really thought about self-care really since having my child. My friend and I were talking. I will one day have her on here. But my friend and I were talking, and we were like, what do we have to lose? Let's just get started. Let's just do it. Let's get out there and do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And we did. We got up and did it. We started on August 8th. I'm down 7 pounds. I really wish I started back then, but I wanted to make sure that my mindset was where it needed to be. So I bought a ring light. I bought a phone tripod. I bought these adorable little speakers that I can't use because they don't connect to my phone. And stick around, guys, because that is the most Felicia thing you will ever hear. There will be many Felicia-isms. I don't know. I don't have a time frame on how long this 100 pounds is going to take me. My goal is 18 months. I'm not doing Weight Watchers, though I do like Weight Watchers. I'm not doing Herbalife. I'll have a shake every once in a while. For like on those mornings where I'm not really that hungry, I'll do an Herbalife shake. I like the way it tastes. I'm not doing It Works. I'm not doing anything other than substituting the foods that don't do my body well with foods that I love and that are healthy for me, and that I can stick to in the long run. And I think that's the biggest thing. This time is going to be a little bit different for me because I went into it not thinking like, oh, this is a diet, I'm on a diet. No, I changed my lifestyle. And my goal is to film once a week. Each week will be something a little bit different. Right now, of course, it's my intro, even though a lot of people know me. But I want to be able to look back on this at some point and be like, wow, like maybe, hopefully, right? Everyone hopes to inspire people. Maybe a year down the line, instead of having 1 or 2 of you, I have 500 of you. And some of those are people I don't know. And that's really important to me. Even if I just inspire one person, it's very important to me. But I want to be able to look back on this and be like, girl, that's where you started. Because this one's kind of raw, right? Like, my makeup isn't all the way done. I'm getting a sty. They're very painful. And like, I'm not used to filming. So this is a really raw thing I'm doing, and I wanted it to be that way, because now I'm struggling with being disgusted with myself and insecure. And I want to be able to look back on this and be like, girl, you've grown. Like, I want to be proud of myself. And I think that that's something that a lot of people struggle with. Featuring this t-shirt that I will try to wear every single week. Not just for progress, but I really love the message. Which brings me to my next topic, which is the name of the channel, Worth the Wait. One of my very good friends, one of my closest friends that I've known since 2nd grade, she's my life friend. Everyone has that life friend, right? Like, you have a friend that you're like, oh my God, we go so far back, we literally grew up together. Like, that's who she is to me. And one of my soul sister, love her to pieces. But I reached out to her first, and I was like, I want to start a YouTube and I don't know how to do it. She was like, ooh girl, let me show you the tips and the tricks and, you know, like, advice. And she's been phenomenal. But we were joking, and I was like, she's like, what are you gonna name it? And I'm like, I don't know. And I was like thinking, because I like puns a lot, so I'm like thinking like, what are some of my favorite things? Schitt's Creek is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Schitt's Creek, Boy Meets World, Grey's Anatomy. Don't at me, okay? Thank you. So Schitt's Creek. So I was gonna say, I was like, what about From Shit to Fit? Like, that would be funny. And she was like, no girl, we're not shit. And I was like, okay, but it'd still be funny though, right? Like, give me that credit. And she's like, yes, but we're not shit. We're not doing that today, honey. And I was like, all right, fine. So then from there, I went the opposite end. Like, okay, well, what about worth? Like, worth it. And I was like, worth the wait. Because something that I think is really important that we struggle with is feeling insecure about what we look like, what that scale says. And for me, it doesn't matter. I know, like, this is my journey. This is something I want to do. But it doesn't matter to me. Like, I think of all the people I meet in my lifetime, right? All the people in my life, all the people I'm close with, all the people I love, all the people I care about. And I've never looked at them and been like, damn, you look like trash. You've let go a little. You've gained a few. I don't do that. I don't. I've never ever done that. We do that to ourselves, right? Like, we destroy ourselves. And I think that that's a really important message. Like, it doesn't matter if you're your goal weight, you're not your goal weight. If you're under your weight, whether you are 100 pounds or 400 pounds, that does not determine who you are as a person, does not determine your character, and never ever determines your worth. You are important, you matter, and people love you. And that is something that I take with me. Those are the things I take comfort in when I'm feeling upset about myself. Because the other thing that I think of often is, if I can look in the mirror and all I can think about, or all I can say bad about myself is, you look like trash. Not that I'm okay with that, but it helps me get through those days. Like, I could never be like, wow, like, you don't care about people, or you really hurt that person's feelings on purpose today. In my core, I genuinely love and care about everybody. But that's where worth the wait comes from. Okay? So, something I will be doing is, like I said, filming once a week is my goal. And I will be talking about the substitutes I made for food. One week I'll talk about my goals and, you know, each one, tips and tricks I use to come up with them. I will not post my start weight. I just won't. I'm not ready to look at that yet. I've already did my fair share of grieving it. I don't find it to be a useful tool. I find it, for me, other people are like, girl, that's all the motivation I need. For me, that's not. For me, it is detrimental to my success. So I have decided that when I lose 50 pounds, I will then post my start weight and what I'm at now, and I have pictures and everything. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just really thankful that you follow me along and work out with me, do things with me. I am very communal based. I need people. I wish I didn't, but like, I need, like, if I did not have my friend to do this with me, I don't think I would be doing it. And we talk about that all the time. And that is really what like pushed me headfirst into this. Like, I need a community. It's just who I am. Other videos I'll film is going to be what I eat in a day, which we'll talk about those substitutions. What I do for exercise, get yourself a weighted hula hoop. Okay, if you're thinking about exercising, get yourself a weighted hula hoop. It is not intimidating, I promise. And if you are heavier, like me, I'm a big girl. If you are heavier, get extra links. Just do it. Don't question me. Just do it. Because when they come in, if that original one comes in, they offer 2 different sizes. And I didn't get the one I wanted to get. I had gotten like the basic smaller one. And then it came in and I went to go put it on and it didn't fit. Like, it didn't go around me the way it should. And I threw it. Dropped it on the ground, threw it. I was like, forget it. I'm never doing this again. And then I was like, my friend picked me up and she was like, we're doing this again. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I ordered extra links. So do yourself the favor. Order extra links. And if you don't have to use them, that's awesome. And if you do have to use them, girl, this is your starting point. It's okay. I am shaped differently than my good friend. We weigh about the same, but we are shaped very differently. And that is something that we spend a lot of time tearing ourselves down about. Stop doing that, okay? Use it. Use what your body is and do what it was made for, which is to move. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Get the extra links. Something else I'll be touching base on is drinking your calories or not drinking your calories. I think that that's something that's really helped me. And some of these tools I have maybe won't help you. And that's okay, because everybody's different and every body is different. Mental health is something I'll probably be touching on a lot, just because that you wouldn't believe how much your mental health actually affects your diet. And that's something that's really important. I will also be taking suggestions. This is something that's very important to me. This first video, like I said, is pretty raw, right? Like, I don't necessarily have my room set up the way I want it to. I don't have my tripod the way I want it to. I don't, like, there are just certain things. Like, I'm not talking the way I want to talk. I'm saying, like, that kind of stuff a lot. My makeup isn't, like, fully done. Like, there are a lot of things. And I want to hear all of them. Don't talk about my lisp, okay? I hate it. I'm very insecure about it, but my tongue will never lose weight. So it's here to stay, babies. And that is what it is. And that's my new life motto. It is what it is. Not when it comes to weight loss. I am success, okay? Anyway, I'm going to be looking for like ways to end my videos. I love that. That's my favorite thing about YouTube is like people's vlogs are like, hey, like I've seen so many different ones. Like my favorite, oh my God, my favorite person to follow is Emmy Made. She's phenomenal. She actually lives in Rhode Island. Blew my mind. She makes all these different like foods and stuff. And she just like recreates all of these recipes. I love her. But anyway, her like outro is always like, toodaloo, take care, bye. So like I'm gonna be trying to figure out what mine's gonna be. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I wanted to kind of keep it short. Next week will be a different one. Learning different things. So any suggestions you have, any videos you want to see, anything. Eventually I'd like to get like work out with me, but I think that's going to be a while. I have to, come into that. That being said, I'm going to figure this one out. Subscribe down below. share if you already have, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.